And thank all of you for the work you do. Is this a roast or an award?
It's an award here.
It's an award. You know, it used to be I'd always say, get up in front of an audience in Council Bluffs and say, well, I'll be brief, and Lynda'd start going like that, you know, and so I'd always say, why is it I'm always heckled by the old people? And Linda, without hesitation, would say, I'll always be younger than you. I've known Linda for many, many years, and I almost don't know where to start today. As I was driving up, I could tell you I'm late because of the fog. I'm really late because I overslept, but there was fog out there, and that's a convenient excuse. You guys hear excuses occasionally, right, from your students? So, as a matter of fact, I said recently Republicans were making some criticism of the statewide silo penny about school infrastructure, and they were making up all these reasons why maybe they shouldn't support it or couldn't support it or whatever. And I told the press it sounded to me an awful lot like the excuse, my dog ate my homework. So thank you for those semi-kind words, Linda. And I'm actually quite happy Linda's moving back to my district, and it'll be great to have her back in Council Bluffs. I apologize, but I think it's your loss not to have Linda heading up this organization anymore. She has done a great job. She's been a great friend to me for years and years. My daughter Kate is a civil engineer that practices in Council Bluffs. Is there anybody here from Council Bluffs besides Linda? Hi, guys. Hi guys, welcome. You all know, the folks from Council Bluffs, that for the first time in 50 years, they are building a pedestrian bridge across the Missouri River to connect Omaha and Council Bluffs. And for literally 50 years, you haven't been able to walk from Council Bluffs to Omaha, and it's a pretty narrow river when it's all said and done, the Missouri there, and you couldn't walk. There are interstate bridges across, but you can't walk across those. So the two states got together, and some money that Bob Kerrey, the senator from Nebraska, got when he was in the U.S. Senate, set aside some money for a pedestrian bridge. My daughter Kate designed the Iowa approach with her firm as a civil engineer in Council Bluffs, and I think that's pretty neat to see something that your own daughter did. Well, let me tell you, at Kern School, any of you guys from Kern? Kern Junior High in Council Bluffs, or Kern Middle School, whatever they go. At Kern Junior High, when she was in the 7th grade, she shadowed a civil engineer for one day at HGM in Council Bluffs, shadowed a civil engineer, pursued math and science throughout her high school education, got a full tuition scholarship to Illinois Institute of Technology to get a master's degree in civil engineering. And we figure anything that would make her more civil would be good. She is a great kid. She's active in politics. So that's my two daughters. That's your work. That's what you do. Every day in the classroom, you go into the room and you turn the lights on in those kids' eyes. You turn the lights on and they realize what they can be and what they can do. My daughter Kate's passion was designing bridges. My daughter Sarah's passion is speech. It's just magic what you did with my two kids. They were blessed with their mother's brains, and so they've done well in school. And I got to tell you, I'm really humbled to be getting an award, because all I do is go up to the legislature and, you know, get a bill introduced and say, let's pass this. And I got 30 good members of my caucus that all go, hey, that's a great idea. And for too long, teacher pay in this state has been talked about. And we've all said we want to get to 25th, not to first or second like our ACT test scores, not to 5th like we are on almost every measure of achievement, not to 10th like there's probably no measure where we drop below 10th in the country, just to 25th. We introduce, a Mickey Mouse bill to get you to 25th in teacher pay. And aside from that, you guys still, no matter what, for the last 35 years have walked into classrooms and turned the lights on in kids' heads. I'm so impressed. Why the heck am I getting an award? You're the guys that deserve the award because you do that every day. You take young kids that are a blank slate and you give them an opportunity to become all they can be. And you do it while people are criticizing you and complaining about you. There are people in the last couple weeks that have said you shouldn't be able to negotiate on things like class size. Well, I told you about Kate in the 3rd grade. She went to Bloomer School in Council Bluffs, Bloomer Elementary School, a week before school starts, open house. We go down there, my wife and Kate go into the classroom to meet the teacher. I look at the door and there's a sheet of paper on the door with the students that are going to be there on Monday, 3 columns of names. 12 names in each column. I look in the room. There's 6 rows of 5 desks. I said, Kate, when the bus gets here on Monday, run, do not walk, run to the classroom, grab a desk, and don't get out of it for anything. Third grade. Kate's smart. She did fine. You think everybody in that class did fine with 36 kids? I know you tried. Wouldn't you like to be able to talk about that with the school administration? So I wish to heck we had that opportunity back in the 80s to negotiate on things like class size, because I believe 98% of what you guys will come to the table with is stuff to help you turn the lights on in those kids' eyes. So I hope as I drove up here today and as I saw the fog lifting, I hope over the last 3 years, when we got tied in the Senate, we were able to pass a modest teacher salary effort to get started at this. And then when we got the majority, we were able to finish the job. It's not really finished. 25th can't really describe that as finished. But I hope you see that the fog is lifting a bit. There's a new crowd at the State House, a crowd that respects what you do every single day. Walk into those classrooms and turn the lights on in those kids' eyes. I have the utmost respect for you. I'm humbled to take this award. I don't take this award for me. I take it for the entire Senate Democratic Caucus. We fought long and hard to get to a majority in the legislature, and we talked about teacher pay on the campaign trail for years. And finally, the voters rewarded us with the majority. We're proud of what we've done. We're proud of what we did on teacher pay. We're proud of what we're doing on collective bargaining. And we're going to keep moving this state forward just so you can keep moving our kids forward. Thank you very much for this honor.